Some exciting things happening over at Universal's Epic Universe construction site as more facades and more entry portals have started to take shape, as well as a new track being added to the dual racing roller coaster. All that and more up next. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott. You're watching Exploring Attractions, and if you're new here, subscribe down below with those bell notifications on, and make sure to check out all of our social platforms on Instagram at Exploring Attractions, on Twitter, and of course on TikTok. You can find all that down below in the description. But today we have another Universal Epic Universe construction update thanks to the great Bio Reconstruct on Twitter. If you have not followed him, make sure you follow him. And I'll keep saying that every update until Epic Universe opens in summer of 2025. With all that being said, let's jump right into some construction photos for this week's progress on the brand new theme park opening as a part of Universal Orlando Resort. First and foremost, we'll take a look at the entry portal that's currently being constructed for the Universal Monsters themed land. Now, we kind of got an idea of where this entry portal was going to be located at, and you can kind of see all the different locations of the entry portals to the different themed lands, but this one actually has framing up now. You can actually kind of get a glimpse of what the shape's going to be for this entrance to Universal Monsters. And it looks like there's going to be lots of rock work, and there's tons of sculpting already going on. It's crazy to see how much progress it's made for just a little entry portal in such a little of time. Like a week ago, this was literally just a little square like piece of construction. Now it's this whole weird shape that we're trying to debunk to see what it is. But like I said, there is rock work there, and there is different framing that you can see. The most notable thing that we can see is right in front, where it looks to be the same shape as what's covering a portion of the rumored Wolfman coaster right there in front, if you guys know what I'm talking about. This is going to be one of the coolest entry portals at Epic Universe, and I cannot wait to step foot and be fully immersed into the Universal Monsters land. And if we look like at a grand aerial shot of the entire land, you can kind of see where the entry portals may be located at, leading you into the village, obviously leading up to the main attraction, which is rumored to have Castle Frankenstein as the facade. And then right to the left of it, we have the rumored Wolfman coaster, which we reported earlier this month that track work is 100% complete. Right now, they're doing different shaping and framing and whatnot for the queue and the loading station. Lots more detail has gone into that covered section of the coaster, which is rumored to be a spinning coaster. It looks like they're painting a different shade of brown. Also, that little feature at the very front of it is new as well. Before, it was just one main cover. Now there's a little bit more shape added to it. But right behind the Wolfman coaster is, of course, the rumored Windmill Restaurant, which is starting to take shape a lot faster and has seen more progress over the past couple updates that we've done. But right next to it in Epic Universe is, of course, Super Nintendo World. And Super Nintendo World, as far as visibly, still looks like it's at a standstill. There's some construction workers on site working on different things. You can see that there's a lot of groundwork going on at the bottom where the entrance to the Yoshi attraction will be at, but really no major progress has been made with Super Nintendo World, as we reported with previous updates in the past couple weeks. You can see a little bit of that indoor show scene for the Yoshi Omnimover attraction, but no notable figures in there quite yet. We get a great look at the entryway of Super Nintendo World and the framing starting to go up for Princess Peach's castle, and then of course the stairs leading down to the main land. Moving on to How to Train Your Dragon though, as multiple walls have gone vertical for the Great Hall restaurant. Now, this is one of those things in the theme park that has just sat there, has made no progress at all. But more recently, in this photo, we can see that it's starting to go a lot more vertical. We can definitely start to see more shape as time progresses. I can't wait to see how the Great Hall restaurant develops, because honestly, this is one of those things that I'm really excited for, just judging on how Universal themes their restaurants. Obviously, you have Mythos over at Islands Adventure. You have the Leaky Cauldron, the Three Broomsticks. So I'm really excited to see how they theme the Great Hall restaurant in How to Train Your Dragon. But moving on to the main attraction, which of course is the How to Train Your Dragon roller coaster, whereas in one of the features for the coaster, looks like lots of work is going on. Now, in the past update, we talked about how the statues of Berk are starting to take shape. There's a lot more that you can kind of pick out from this coaster and this land in general. But now if you look really closely, you can see some of those boats start to take shape. Some of those Viking boats start to take shape, and you'll actually soar right past them on this coaster. So not only will you see the statues of Berk right next to you, but you also see those Viking boats, and this is supposed to also hold a water feature which looks like they're putting a lot more rocks in that water area to kind of theme it up a little bit more. But the How to Train Your Dragon coaster definitely is arguably probably going to be one of the most themed coasters. As far as what I can see already from construction progress, I think that the How to Train Your Dragon roller coaster will be the most themed and the most detailed. Track switches have popped up, the station's moving along pretty quickly, and like I said in the past update, you can see the coaster track start to work its way throughout the entire land. As this one, you'll get a great view at all of the land of How to Train Your Dragon. You can see it soar right past the Great Hall Restaurant and back around. Now you can also see the entry portal to How to Train Your Dragon. So this is kind of a good idea of the difference between the Universal Monster entry portal and the current, like I said, just square construction box that it was before for How to Train Your Dragon. Obviously there's an archway like there is for all of them, but you can definitely tell the difference in framing and construction progress for this one compared to Universal Monsters. The rest of the How to Train Your Dragon land is a whole mess right now with a theater attraction and random buildings popping up here and there. Obviously it's rumored to have different flat rides in this land, but let's move to something even more exciting right behind it, which is also already making for amazing photo opportunities. Shout out to BioReconstruct. That of course is the dual racing roller coaster. And yeah, I mean BioReconstruct is getting some amazing photos of this roller coaster. More and more track keeps getting added every single day. I mean, there's one photo in specific that is just my absolute favorite. It kind of looks like a upside down happy face in a way, but the inversions, the bunny hops, all the supports around that are currently being placed for the dual racing roller coaster is so exciting. Like, there's so much work going on with it. So many footers that are supposed to hold supports too. This is probably, I'd say, about 40% of the track complete. There's still so much more track to be complete. And like we've been saying in our past updates, I definitely think that track work will be complete within the next couple months or so. But yeah, seeing the construction photos that he's already getting and other people are getting in the community is just amazing, especially from ground level. Some people are even able to see it from public areas at ground level, and seeing how tall it is and how awesome it looks like from ground level. Man, those photo opportunities and video opportunities are going to be great once the theme park opens up. And not to mention, judging by the height of this coaster, you're going to get some great views of the rest of Epic Universe. You obviously get a great view of How to Train Your Dragon right next to you, but you also get an even greater view of the central hub, which will hold not only an attraction, but also Bellagio style fountains, and right behind that, an in-park hotel. I think that this will probably be a lot of people's favorite attraction in the entire Epic Universe theme park is the dual racing roller coaster, and that's rumored to be a part of the central hub of Epic Universe and not actually set to any themed land. But speaking of central hub, you can see a lot more work going into that kind of awkward attraction that we still have no idea what it's going to be. Lots of people have tried to debunk it, and lots of people have tried to pull up permits and blueprints and whatnot. And while we don't like to talk about blueprints and permits and stuff like that on this channel, but yeah, this attraction looks so complex, but it looks like construction's ramping up a lot more. There's so much stuff in this that I just cannot debunk what it is, and I'm sure construction workers out there may think that I'm a little bit dumb because I can't figure it out. But if you're a construction worker and you know what all this stuff is, all the metal stuff on the floor, let us know down below in the comments section. But yeah, this kind of awkward circle looking thing will hold an attraction of some sort. And then if you move just a little bit further down, you have where those Bellagio style fountains are going to be located at, which that kind of basin has not made any progress since like months and months ago, which is understandable because you just need to fill it with water and then put water jets in it. But right behind it is the Epic Universe in-park hotel. Still no vertical construction as far as what they've already done. That's going to do it for today's Epic Universe construction update. Now, if you notice, I did leave out Wizarding World of Harry Potter because just like Super Nintendo World, we have not seen any notable progress since our last update. That's the thing with some of these construction updates, is some lands don't move as quick as the other lands are. Obviously, with all the roller coasters, they're moving extremely fast. Universal Monsters, that entry portal popped up almost overnight, but then you have weeks where they go without making any progress on certain areas of the theme park. And that's not to say that they're not making any progress on the indoor sections of the land, but just for visible stuff and just for the sake of the video, they haven't made any progress on the Wizarding World since our last update. So for now, that's going to do it for our Epic Universe construction update. Let us know down below in the comments section what makes you most excited from all these different photos, and if you're excited to ride that dual racing roller coaster as I am. My name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Please subscribe down below with those bell notifications on, and check out all of our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.